Welcome back to Yoga Life Izzy. My name is Izzy and this is a quick sequence for the hips and back. So this is designed to get you mobilized from the hips all the way up the spine, and of course we'll be connecting a little deeper to the body, to the breath, and moving some energy as well. So whenever you're ready, let's practice. We're going to start today's practice down on the ground in extended child's pose. So make your way down, bring the knees a little bit wider than the hips, toes to touch, and then we'll gently start to walk the hands forward as we bring the forehead to the earth. And I'll just give you a couple of moments to start to deepen the breath. Start to draw your awareness inward. Allow yourself to land here, present in this moment with yourself and with the sensations in your body. Perhaps you creep the fingertips a little further forward. Start to feel a stretch from the shoulders, down the spine. Perhaps you bring your awareness to the hips and start to notice how the breath feels as it moves through this part of the body. And taking 2 final deep breaths here. And I'm starting to lift the head, lift the torso, draw the hands back in, but leave the knees as they are, so we're in a bit of a wide tabletop. From here, we'll take an inhale to start to draw the heart space towards the right front corner of the mat, coming through center over to the left, and then as we exhale, rounding the spine as we sit left, center, right. So we're moving through our cat-cow, but we're taking it in a circular direction here. And you can start really slowly, really gently, mirroring up the movement to the breath and just starting to notice the sensations in the body, the openness of the front body as you slide forward and inhale, and the stretch in the back body as you sit back. And taking your circle in the other direction. And feel free to close your eyes here. Really tuning in. Allowing the external noise to begin to quiet as we start to strengthen that connection, that mind-body connection. 2 more deep breaths. And then coming back to center, draw the knees back to hip distance apart. Walk the hands forward, spread the fingertips wide, and start to lift the hips. Adho Mukha Svanasana, downward facing dog. If you'd like to bend one knee and the other to ease yourself in here, feel free for a couple of breaths. And then coming to stillness, all we're going to do is shift the weight into the left foot and step the right foot forward, outside of the hands here. So we're coming in straight into a lizard shape with the right foot out wide. We can always walk that back knee slightly further back as we come into a lizard lunge here. Really ground through the hands, and then gently maybe slide the hips back and forth. Just a small movement here as we start to loosen up the hips. And then take a deep inhale to really open the chest. So look forward here. And as you exhale, lift the right toes, straighten the right leg, and fold over for a wide half split, half Hanuman. And then we're just going to flow between those two postures. So inhale to come forward, and exhale, send the hips back. Inhale, opening the front body from the chest all the way down to the hips. And then exhale, fold. 2 more. And then next time you're forward, start to lean your weight into that left hand and bring the right hand to the right knee. And we're just going to start to gently press outwards as we revolve the heart and the chest up towards the sky. So we're finding a bit of a twist in the back as well as some external rotation of that hip. We'll stay here for a couple of breaths. And as you inhale, draw the breath inward. See if you can draw your awareness all the way up from the hips and the base of the spine, up through the back, all the way to the neck and the crown of the head. And then gently release. Bring that right hand down and start to walk that right foot across to the left hand side of the mat as we come towards pigeon. So again, you can always walk that back knee back, and that right shin does not need to be parallel to the front of your mat. If this feels a little intense in the hips, then just tuck that right heel in closer to the body. And we can always bring some support underneath that right hip as well. So find your pigeon shape, and then inhale to gently lengthen up through the crown, and exhale, perhaps, if it feels right, start to fold forward. You might come to forearms, or you might reach the fingertips forward and draw the forehead to the mat. And we're going to stay here for 4 deep breaths. When you're ready, start to press into the hands, walk them back in, rise up, and then just come straight back to your tabletop position. From here, we'll inhale to lift the right fingertips up high, and exhale, thread the right hand underneath the left, coming to lie on the right cheek for thread the needle. You can leave the left hand where it is, or you can start to extend it forward, fingertips towards the top edge of the mat. And then again, stay here for a couple of breaths, bringing your awareness now to the upper back body, noticing how the breath moves through this space. What sensations can you feel? And drawing the left hand back, rising up to your tabletop position. Walk the hands out and lift the hips, downward facing dog. Stay here for a deep breath in through the nose and let it out through the mouth. Then shift the weight into the right foot and step the left foot forward. Outside the left hand, find your lizard low lizard lunge. And again, take a couple of moments just to ease yourself in. Gently loosen through the hips. And then we'll inhale to really open the chest, look forward. And exhale, lift the left toes, straighten the left leg, fold, half Hanuman. Inhale to open forward. Exhale to fold. Inhale, open. Exhale, fold. 3 more, following your own breath here. And then next time your heart space is forward, lean into your right hand, draw the left hand to the left knee and gently press outward as you twist the chest towards the sky. 3 deep breaths here, really bringing awareness to the whole of the spinal column from hips to neck. Beautiful. Gently release the left hand down. Start to walk that left foot over to the right hand edge of the mat. Come to your pigeon on the other side. And remember, the hips especially can feel very different from one side to the other. So just notice where you're at. Try not to judge or get frustrated. Just accept that where you're at today is where you're meant to be. And we'll inhale to grow tall through the crown and exhale to fold forward, maybe onto the forearms and maybe dropping the forehead down. 4 deep breaths. Gently start to lift yourself back up. Walk the hands back in and come to your tabletop position. One last time, we'll spread the fingertips wide, lift the hips up, downward facing dog. We'll take one more cleansing breath. Deep inhale through the nose and big breath out through the mouth. Start to walk the feet towards the middle of the mat. Draw the hands back towards the toes. And just for a moment, we'll clasp opposite elbow, allow the head to hang down. And really just release the weight of the crown of the head. So we're trying to find some decompression in the spine, allowing gravity to really find space and release. And you can just hang down or you can gently swing side to side. Perhaps close the eyes. Take a couple of gentle breaths. And then releasing both hands. Walk the feet a bit wider than hip distance and allow the toes to spread further than the heels. And you can really bend your knees here to find support with the hands on the earth. Then gently allow the hips to sink down. So we're coming towards Malasana, our yogi squat. And this might look different in your body. You might be up on the toes here when we come down. You might be lowering just to about here. Whatever shape you're in, again, trust that that is where you're meant to be. And then from here, we've got a couple of options. So obviously when we're sitting in our malasana, we're really stretching and getting into the hips, but we're going to flow a bit from our forward fold and move this into a bit of spinal articulation as well as hip juiciness. So we can either stay with our hands down on the earth, and we're just going to start to gently lift the hips. And when we get to the top into our forward fold, really rounding the spine, so almost like we're drawing the middle of the back up towards the sky. And then sink back down and start to open the chest. The next option is to interlace the fingers behind the back of the head. And from here, as we start to lift the hips coming to our forward fold, we draw the elbows together, and again, still lifting up through that middle of the back. And then as we sit the hips down, we open the elbows wide, open the chest. So choose the option which feels right and nourishing for you today. And then we'll flow between those 5 times. So 5 breaths, inhaling as you open at the bottom, and exhaling as you lift and round. On your last one, as you come down through your malasana, draw the hands behind and just come all the way down onto the bum and onto the back. For just a couple of breaths, we'll squeeze the knees into the chest and maybe even draw the nose to the knees, really pressing the spine down into the earth. So we're stretching out and massaging the spine as well as engaging the core. So we're building those muscles which support our flexibility and our mobility. Deep breath in and exhale, release. Draw the feet to the earth, wide at the edges of the mat. Fingertips out wide, and then allow both knees to fall to the right. Come through center to the left. And rock back and forth a couple of times. Taking a couple of deep breaths to really release the body into the earth. And then starting to draw the soles of the feet together, knees out wide. Supta Baddha Konasana. If you have time, stay here for a few minutes of slow breaths and of connection and presence. And if you're ready, we'll draw the palms together, thumbs up to the forehead. All together, take a deep breath in and a slow breath out. Thank you so much for practicing with me today. It was an honor to guide you, and I'll see you next time.